by early in his career. But, Skip, I look at it like this. Ben is going to come back at a very reduced contract, no problem. The Steelers have been more than gracious of it. You remember a couple of years ago when the general manager, I forget his name, when he said these guys should be bowing down to Ben?
Kevin Colbert.
Colbert. Yep. How they should be. Ben is like an idol to these guys, like a father figure, yada, yada, yada. Yep. So it lets you know where Ben's standing was in that organization. So I expect Ben to come back at a reduced contract, but I don't see the difference. Skip, Ben can't push the ball down the field. It's going to be a lot of short passes. They need a running back, be it the draft or free agency. What are they going to do about Juju? I don't look at Juju as a number one. He's a number two. Yep. He's probably going to move on. Or somebody's probably going to pay him as if he's a number one.
I agree.
And so when I look at the Steelers and their cap situation, Skip, well, Steelers and the Saints are $104 million over the cap, which is they're in trouble. But when I look at this, Skip, I would say the Steelers are going to bring Ben back. They're going to try to run it back. They're going to try to go a little further than what they did. But I don't see it turning out any better because I don't see how Ben Roethlisberger's arm get any stronger than what it was last year.
I'm not so sure about your conclusion.
You don't think you don't think he comes back?
I was shocked watching the video and listening to the audio of Art Rooney II, who is the team president and the CEO. The buck stops on his desk.
Yes.
His attitude was almost surprised that, yeah, Ben wants to come back. We'll see. And it was said without warmth. It came off as cold-blooded. It came off as extremely just matter of fact. We'll see if we can work it out. Obviously, Ben's cap hit next year is $41.2 million.
We can't work that out.
It's the biggest in all of football.
Yes.
41.2.
Yes.
Lord. And yet, it didn't feel like he was happy that Ben wants to come back. It felt to me, this is just the way it came across. I'm just watching it on television. It came across that he felt a little pushed in the corner, like, I guess we got to make a hard call here.
Yeah.
Because Ben Roethlisberger, an iconic Steeler quarterback, has been reduced to groveling for his job. That's how it came across. I'll play for nothing. That's what he told The Athletic, basically. I don't care about the money. I'll play for nothing. You will? Well, it feels like they're going to make you play for nothing to even have a chance.
It's going to be really close to nothing.
It will.
Your base salary, you're going to have a lot of incentives. Basically, you win the division, win playoff games. I mean, he's about to have incentives like Brady had without the $25 million. You know, Brady got $500,000 if he won the division, a $500,000 playoff game. He gets another $1 million, $2 million to win the Super Bowl. That's what Ben's going to be, Skip. Look, obviously he wants to come back. He doesn't want to go out the way it did. But, Skip, I mean, when you've made $250 million, you've made $253 million. I think only Eli Manning and Peyton Manning has made more on-field salary than Ben Roethlisberger. So could they get a deal done somewhere, Skip? Say, well, okay, we'll give you $3-4 million?
Well, I know they can get a deal done if Ben's being honest about his desires.
He got no choice, Skip. That's it.
Okay.
Are they going to move on?
Okay. And yet, Art Rooney was very clear. We need to add another quarterback to, as he said, our room. Well, they got Mason Rudolph and
Skip,
he's saying we want to go find a quarterback in the draft. Do they want to try to trade up into the top part?
Hold on, Skip. What about some of these quarterbacks that's available? What about Matthew Stafford?
I mean,
there are going to be a lot of quarterbacks available. Now, I don't believe Mason Rudolph and Dwayne Haskins are the two.
They signed Dwayne Haskins.
Are the two guys, Skip, that can get the Steelers to where the Steelers want to be. I don't believe they're the two guys. Now they're going to be a lot of guys available. Matthew Stafford, we know he's available. Matt Ryan might be available.
Maybe.
Sam Darnold might be available. Drew, there are going to be some guys that are available.
Agreed.
So are they willing? Because, Skip, the Steelers don't really – the only thing, I say that, I threw that out there, but if you look at the Steelers, they don't really do anything in free agency, Skip. They like to draft their guys. They like their own guys. Or they'll trade, like they traded for Minkah Fitzpatrick, but they got him young. But as far as free agents, they got Bud Dupree. What are they going to do with him? He had an ACL injury. He franchised him last year. He's still going to want, franchise-type money. What do they do there? T.J. Watt's going to be coming up.
Well,
so they kind of handicapped, Skip.
All right, and just to reiterate what we just saw transpire, that team got to 11-0. Mm-hmm. Was it as unimpressive 11-0 as you've ever seen? You don't see very many 11-0s. But as you know, having played at the highest level in this league, it's hard to get to 11-0, even if it's unimpressive. Right. It's just hard.
It is. It is.
And he did. And his final tally was 33 touchdowns to 10 interceptions, which is not terrible.
That's good. Okay? That's good.
Yeah. But then you look at his QBR, and it fell all the way to 22nd. You look at his Pro Football Focus grade, and it fell to 25th. So he's going bottom of the barrel in overall grading. Mm-hmm. And from 11-0, as we all remember, they finished 1-5, including the home loss to Cleveland, in which they fell behind 28-0 and got blown out, basically.
Skip, when I was playing in the league and you was covering the league, 33-10 would win you an MVP.
Yeah, it would.
You know how many guys have won the Super Bowl won the MVP throwing 30 touchdowns and 10 interceptions?
Okay, but it was the all-time dink and dunk, 33-10, because it looked like his arm was shot.
It did. And Cleveland just started condensing the field. They're like, you're not finna throw the ball over to anybody's head. We just finna play everything tight. You ain't even run anything but slants and shallow crosses. So we just go sit on it.
And they sat all day. and it looks like Ben, to me, could be sitting permanently because I'm just not sure they want to do this again. I'm not sure. Maybe they're stuck because they need a bridge. They need one more year of Ben just to get to where they want to go, depending on whether they went free agent or draft on the quarterback.
Yeah, but it needs to be a cheap bridge.
Yeah.
The 41 cap hit or the 25 million, the 20, it ain't gonna be that. No. I don't know if he can make more than five. Skip, I don't know if they can give him more than $5 million.
Well, and yet he was asked about Mike Tomlin, and he completely defended Mike Tomlin. So there's no blame being directed at the coach.
Mike T not going anywhere.
Well, you know how they are with coaches. They stand by their man.
They don't, and look, the fans and all that other stuff rumbling, they allow Chuck Noll to stay as long as Chuck, and then Chuck said, oh, okay, I'm out. Yep. Coach Kyle was like, stayed as long as he wanted to, and Coach Kyle had a couple lean years early. They're like, man, y'all better sit down up there. Mike Tomlin, Mike T's not going anywhere.
Yep. He even defended Coach Tomlin off the Cleveland loss, saying, we were prepared to win the game. You just can't turn it over.
Right.
Like the preparation didn't equal turnovers. They were prepared and ready psychologically, mentally to play, and then they just turned the ball over.
Right.
Okay. So it's all about Ben, and it sounds like that the organization is leaning, to me, away from him.
Yeah, but Skip, there's only so many hits in a body. In an NFL body, there's only so many hits. Now, you know Big Ben is taking some punishment. You know, Ben was going to fight to the very last moment to try to throw the ball, Skip. You know, the credit's rolling, he's still talking. In other words, the defenders, he got 2 or 3 guys like a Lions on Wildebeest, and Big Ben is still going to try to slant, throw the ball.
What is Ben's off-field reputation? He has never been a workout warrior.
Yeah.
Our man Jay Glazer has had some fun with that because he hasn't been.
No.
And so do you expect him to be Tom Brady next? No, you can't.
No.
Okay?
No.
So good luck. This seems like a really rocky road, both team and quarterback.
So you leaning Ben's not coming back?
I'm leaning no.
Oh, it's a weird ending if it really is the case. So I can't even believe we're having this conversation right now.
I don't care about the money. I'll play for nothing. You will? Well, it feels like they're going to make you play for nothing to even have a chance.
It's going to be really close to nothing.
It will.
Your base salary, you're going to have a lot of incentives. Basically, you win the division, win playoff games. I mean, he's about to have incentives like Brady had without the $25 million. You know, Brady got $500,000 if he won the division, and $500,000 playoff game. He gets another $1 million, $2 million to win the Super Bowl. That's what Ben's going to be, Skip. Look,